that y'all are having an amazing day. We are back. It is a new week, and we are back for our next week of Crocktober. So if you haven't been keeping up on Instagram, I'll catch up on my reels there. So be sure and look for those for the recipes that we've done over the weekend and stuff. Yeah, so exciting. Loving Crocktober. All the fall recipes. So ready for fall. So today we are doing Crockpot rigatoni, baked ziti, baked rigatoni, baked spaghetti, whatever you want to call it. You can basically make it with any kind of pasta, and you're doing like this really yummy spaghetti baked thing with cheese on top. So hang on a second. Let me refix this. Okay, hang on. We're having a little issue over on Facebook. Hang on just a second. Bear with me, y'all. Over there on YouTube. We're trying to fix a Facebook issue. So just a moment. Simply enjoying live. Just happened to hop on to my computer and saw you were going live. Hey, I'm so glad to see you here live today. It is so good to see you. How are you doing? What are y'all having for supper? Let me know in the comments if y'all are watching what you're having for supper. Let me know you're here. I love hearing from y'all. We are trying to fix a Facebook issue if you're just jumping on here. And yeah, so I think we got it now. All right, so we got the Facebook issue fixed. Hey, y'all. Thanks so much for watching today. I want to have to start over, so for you on YouTube, you probably already heard this, but if not, you're going to get a recap. We are doing Crocktober. We're back for another week of Crocktober. So fun. Loving Crocktober, and today we are doing a Crockpot rigatoni, and we're going to make some homemade bread, and it is going to be so yummy. So y'all need to stick around and see how to make it. You are working on my sweet potato casserole. Then steaks on the grill and salads for tonight. Oh, that sounds really yummy, y'all. Okay, let me see if I can fix this real fast because this light is not working with my YouTube camera. Hang on. Let's see if that's any better. Oh, no, that's not any better. Hang on. Okay, there we go. I think that's better. Maybe. I'm not going to be able to see when I get done doing this. All right, that's better. So we are making Crockpot rigatoni tonight. So let's go ahead and let me kind of catch you up to speed on what we've done on the rigatoni while I grate some cheese. So we're going to need some cheese for the top, and so I'm going to grate that while I recap on what all I have already done in the Crockpot. So let me open up my cheese. So what we have done in the Crockpot is really, really easy. So all you do is you're going to take about 2 cups. This is for one. Now, I have a double recipe because I'm going to be feeding a lot of people tonight. I'm going to be feeding all 6 of us plus a couple extras. So we need a lot of food for tonight. So I have a double recipe, but I'm going to tell you the measurements for a single recipe. Hi, Zach. Thanks for watching. The measurements for a single recipe, you're going to need about 2 cups of your favorite spaghetti sauce or marinara sauce, 2.5 cups of water, or you can use chicken broth, but I always just use water. And then you're going to dice up an onion really finely. You're also going to dice up a bell pepper, and you're going to put that all in your crock pot. You're going to season it with some a teaspoon of basil, and teaspoon of thyme or oregano, whatever kind of herbs that you want. And you'll throw that all in the crock pot, and you'll let that cook on high for like 3 hours or so until everything is nice and really hot. Then you're going to drop your pasta. So you're going to need like a box, 14-ounce, 12-ounce box or bag of pasta of your choice. Use brown rice pasta. Use that. You can use organic, regular pasta, any kind of regular pasta, whole wheat, whatever you want to use. I have some organic rigatoni today. You can also do this with really any shape of pasta. Spaghetti, rigatoni, ziti, spaghetti, rigatoni, ziti, bow tie, anything you want. you can do it in there. And so you'll drop that, and then in about you'll leave it on high for about 30 more minutes. Keep a check on it. You don't want to overcook your pasta, so keep watching it. And then when that's done cooking, you're going to top it with a layer of cheese. So you can do mozzarella, you can do cheddar, whatever you want. I'm doing some cheddar today. And you'll put that on the top just until it's melted. Probably going to take like 5-10 minutes tops. And then you are ready to serve it. And it is so easy. So what I'm doing right now, I have it all ready up until the point of grating the cheese. And we're going to put the cheese on and let it melt while we make some yummy homemade bread. Hi, Murray. Hi, Pam. Hi, Kathy and Sam. Thank you all so much for watching. All right, so I'm just going to grate up some cheese here, and you can use whatever kind you want. Mozzarella, cheddar, a mix of both. Totally up to you. You've never done pasta in the Crockpot before, but you're sure it's yummy. It is yummy, and it doesn't take very long. So if you need a Crockpot meal, but you forgot to put one in and you need to start one in the afternoon, it's perfect for that. Yeah, it's really yummy and easy to do. So you should definitely check it out. This one is a good one. You can just simmer it all day. You can do it like 6 hours on low or 3 hours on high. And then drop your pasta when it gets closer to time to eat and you are ready. So you've already done all the prep work ahead of time. You can also do ground meat if you want. Hi, Wilk. Thanks for watching. You can do ground turkey or ground beef, and you would just brown that up beforehand and put it in with all of your ingredients in the beginning of the day. But I don't usually do that. We just eat spaghetti meatless around here, and it is still so yummy. Okay, that looks like it's probably enough. So I'm going to bring my Crockpot over here so you can see it. All right, this looks so good. And it smells amazing, y'all. So here it is. You can see that. Look how good that looks. It looks so yummy. Look at that pasta cooked in that yummy sauce. Rigatoni. You can again do ziti. You can do spaghetti. Do whatever you want. All right, but again, watch it. You don't want to overcook the pasta. Now I'm going to top it with a good layer of cheese. And we will let this melt, and then we will be good to go. Thanks, Wilk. All right, that looks perfect. I'm going to top it with, whoa, stuff's falling out of my cabinet. I'm going to put a little bit of Italian seasoning on the top or some kind of green herb just because it makes it look pretty. This is optional. And then I would put a sprinkle of red pepper flakes, but I'm going to leave it off so that everybody can enjoy it, and we'll just add it to our plates because we really like it. So I'm going to pop this back in the crock pot and just let that sit there until the cheese is melted, and then it is good to go. You made spaghetti today too, Wilk. It's just a spaghetti kind of day. Great minds think alike. It is. Spaghetti is one of our favorites, so we love it. All right, now let's get this cleaned up. While that melts, we're going to work on our homemade bread. So, really easy. I'm going to show you. This is the bread we're going to make. It's an easy Dutch oven bread. Oh, somebody stole a piece. Look at that. Should have just said nothing because I wasn't even looking at that side. So there's the nice Dutch oven bread that we're going to make. I'm going to show you all how to make it. It's really easy. So this one is einkorn or part einkorn. It's not whole einkorn, but it's part einkorn. So add some more nutrients, and we are going to show you how to make it. So it's really, really easy. The einkorn, it makes it so good. Everybody loves it. So it's a really yummy bread, but you can, if you want, if you don't have einkorn, I will link a recipe that is just all-purpose flour. It's an easy Dutch oven bread I have already on my blog, and you can make that one as well. So I'm going to show you really easy how to make this. So, hi, David. Thanks for watching. You also made spaghetti buddy. Wow, it really is just a spaghetti kind of day, y'all. All right. So, in here, in this bowl, really basic, we're going to start with 3 teaspoons of yeast. Hang on. So this is instant yeast. 3 teaspoons of instant yeast. And then you're going to need 1 teaspoon of honey or some kind of sweetener. I'm just going to use some raw cane sugar that I have over here, just because it's convenient, but I use honey a lot. So we're going to do that. Your 3 teaspoons of yeast and your 1 teaspoon of sugar. And then you're going to do 1 cup of hot water. So you just want your hot water to be about 105 degrees. For me, but our water isn't turned up super hot. For me, that is our water as hot as it'll go. And I'll just let it run for a minute, like to see, get it as hot as it's going to be. And then 1 cup of that temperature water. But if you're concerned about it, check it. Should be about 105 or so. You don't want to scald it, but you want it to be warm enough. So we're going to pour that in there, stir that around, and then we are going to let this bloom. So if you're familiar with making bread, you're just going to let this bloom. It's really just going to take about 5 minutes or so. Not very long at all. Really easy, really fast. If it doesn't bloom, your yeast is dead and you need to throw it out. But I'll show you what it looks like. You can see mine is already starting to bloom. So we can tell this is going to be this is some good active yeast. So I'm going to set this aside. Let's see. Catch up on some comments. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Patty. Hi, Jackie. Thanks so much for watching. You've never made bread except for sweetbreads, but you've been wanting to give it a try. Bread is so easy. It doesn't have to be complicated. Of course, some of them require more steps and time, but some of the recipes are super easy. So I share a lot of easy bread recipes around here. I have shared several bread recipes on Facebook Live several times. I have a couple bread recipes on my blog, Separate the Family Table. Both of those that are up there are super easy. And this one that I have here, it's really easy too. So if you're looking for one to give a try, this is a good one. It's really yummy and it's really easy. So let's see how this is looking. Oh yeah, that cheese is already melted. Like we could eat right now. We are already ready. So that is awesome. So the rest of your ingredients you're going to need is just like a tablespoon, or 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, any kind of olive oil. Really, you can use any oil, but olive oil just has a good flavor. You're going to need a salt, just kind of a dash of salt, and then you're going to need your flour. So you're going to need this is half einkorn, so it's not 100% whole wheat, but it does have einkorn in it. So this is just 100% organic einkorn whole wheat flour. I get this at Thrive Market. Y'all know if you've been around a while, I love Thrive Market. This is the Jovial brand. So it's einkorn, if you're not familiar, is an ancient grain, super nutrient dense, easier to digest. It hasn't been hybridized. Really good stuff. So I'm going to do that. And then the other half of it is going to be some unbleached all-purpose flour. So I recommend organic unbleached if you're going to do all-purpose flour. Of course, it's not going to contain the nutrients, but at least if you're getting organic and unbleached, you're not having the chemicals that are added to your traditional wheat. So you're going to need those flours, salt, oil, and you're good to go. So we're already ready. See how fast that was? So this is it. It's all fluffy and bloomed, and that means your yeast is activated. So that's what you're looking for. You want it to look like that, okay? So now we're going to add in just a pinch or so of salt. Don't forget the salt. Salt is key in bread. Your bread will not taste good if you don't have salt in it. I promise. I have forgotten it many times, and it is just not the same. I don't think so. Oh, well, yeah, they want mozzarella cheese on the subs. All right, so that's 1 tablespoon of oil there, and then we're going to need the whole recipe is about 2.5 cups to 3 cups. It's going to depend on your humidity and elevation and all that of flour. And so we're going to start with 1 cup. I start with 1 cup of einkorn flour, 1 cup of regular flour, all-purpose flour, and then I go from there. You kind of have to learn to feel when you're making bread. as the temperature of it's not going to be the same every day. The temperature of your house, the humidity, whether it's raining or dry, and all of that stuff is going to change from day to day. So your bread making in the summer is going to be a lot different than in the winter. So, yeah, that's 1 cup of einkorn wheat right there. And then you're going to need 1 cup of all-purpose. There we go. And then we're going to start and we're going to mix that up. But again, we're going to add from here. So it is at this point more than likely going to need more flour. So we're just going to mix this up. And see, that is very, very wet. But again, that's 2 cups. So the recipe is calling for 2.5 cups. So you're going to want to add more flour. I'm going to know I'm going to need that whole 1/2 cup. But again, you may not, so add in slowly because it's going to depend on where you are. You just kind of have to feel. You'll know what the dough should look like, so it's fine. Just keep adding little bit by little bit. Mine, for my particular area and humidity and all that good stuff, is probably closer to 3 or 3.5 cups of flour. But that's generally how we are. So I generally have to add more flour than bread recipes say. So. And I would usually, when I'm making this, I would just keep adding in einkorn when I'm adding in my extra. So it's actually more einkorn than all-purpose. But I just ran out of my einkorn, so this will be just fine. All right, need a little bit more. And also, if you have the time, I don't have the time on here, but like what I was doing earlier, was if you have the time, you can kind of let this sit here, especially when you're doing it with einkorn. You can mix this up. Of course, if after your first step, you're probably going to need some more. But after you've added more, a time or two, kind of walk away and let it sit, even if it looks too sticky. And the einkorn is slower at absorbing water. And so it will absorb the water slowly over time. And you won't have to add as much flour to get it to the consistency. And so that's what I did earlier today. But for today, on here, we're going to have to keep adding, but slowly add, then let it kind of soak in, and then add more if you need it, if you have the time to do that, and you won't have to use as much flour. All right, so this is right here. I can tell that's ready. Now we're going to knead it. So you just want to knead it good several times until it forms a nice ball, just really until it starts to come together. And you can make this in a mixer if you don't want to hand knead this. I really love kneading dough. It's like my favorite part. So I almost always, I make a lot of my breads by hand, but sometimes I do use the mixer, but I still go out and knead them. I just love kneading dough. So I'm just kneading this in the bowl to keep the mess down. This is a very easy forgiving bread, so you can do that. But I do get them out sometimes. But again, just knead it until it comes into a ball. Okay? So that's about it right there. It's coming to a ball. Now you're going to cover this at this stage. You're going to cover this and let it sit for about an hour or until it's really puffy and is just about doubled in size. Then I will tell you what to do. Let me wash my hands. All right, so now at that point, hi Shay, thanks for watching. At that point, after you have your bread, here's your bread dough. You're gonna let this double cover it, let it rise and double in size. It's probably going to take about an hour, depending on how warm your house is. Hi, Elijah. I'm glad you're watching, buddy. Now, this is an easy Dutch oven bread. So at this point, right before your bread is doubled, preheat your oven to 350. Put your Dutch oven in the oven with the lid on. You want one that has like an oven safe lid and everything. Obviously, Dutch ovens do. Put it in there and get it hot. So just like 10-15 minutes until that pan is hot. Then you're going to pull that pan out, line it with parchment paper, or sprinkle it with cornmeal. Either one will work. And then you'll put your loaf of bread in there. So just kind of turn it over, shape it into a ball or a loaf, and then drop it down in your Dutch oven. Then put the lid back on the Dutch oven, put it in the oven at 350, bake it for 15 minutes covered, take your lid off, then bake it for 15 minutes uncovered. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Mandy. Thanks so much for watching. So 15 minutes covered, 15 minutes uncovered, and then you should be good. Just kind of, you can test it at that point. And that is when you will have this really yummy crusty loaf of bread. So this recipe makes a small loaf. Obviously, that's why I'm making 2, and even 2 is going to be completely devoured with our family. I should have made more than 2, but that's okay. But again, this is really yummy. Everybody loves it. Great chew, really easy, great beginner bread. I'm going to turn this into some garlic bread for tonight. We're going to have it with our pasta that's over here. I'm going to try that in just a second. And we're also going to have eggplant sub. So Papa just got home. He wants eggplant subs, so we're going to have eggplant subs, our Crockpot rigatoni, and we're going to have some garlic bread. So yeah, it's going to be really yummy, really easy. This recipe, I don't have it anywhere in print yet, but if I can, I'll try to get a blog post up as soon as possible. In the meantime, if you want the recipe, I'll try to put it in the comments below, type it out there or something. But really easy. If you don't have einkorn and you want a Dutch oven bread, I do have a Dutch oven bread recipe already on the blog with just all-purpose wheat, and I'll link that below, and it'll be a little bit bigger loaf than this. So yeah, that is that. Really yummy, really easy. Don't be scared of homemade bread. It is so good and not that hard to make. Hi, Missy. Hi, Gary. Thanks so much for watching. So now I'm going to give this a try because I can't wait to eat this. This looks so good. We love spaghetti Italian food down here, and that just looks so yummy. I can't wait to try it. Well, we've made it before. I know we love this recipe. I can't wait to eat this though. Look at that. Top that with some cheese. Perfect. So yummy. So yummy. Cheesy, flavorful, and delicious. You're going to love it. Try out this easy recipe if you need an easy crockpot meal. Try out the bread if you're looking for a really easy, yummy bread. And don't forget, it is Crocktober all month long. We are doing crockpot meals the whole month of October. So I'll be live tomorrow in the morning to make another really yummy crockpot recipe. And Friday also in the morning, both on YouTube and Facebook. Sounds like you'll have a happy family tonight with that dinner. I hope so. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to come back tomorrow and Friday and all month long for Crocktober. I hope you all have a blessed night and a yummy family with your dinner. Yummy dinner with your family. All right, y'all. Bye. See you tomorrow. Oh, you just know that's your first one.